just love technology. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world tuning in today. This is Valerie M, aka Maxfield, standing in my truth. And today's show on a Thursday is always all about you. And my guest is already here. I didn't even bother to put him in a green room. He's already here. Yeah! Laurence M. White is in the house. How you doing, Laurence?
I'm really good, thank you. Well, as good as you can be in all this COVID malarkey, but yeah, in general, yeah, happy, kicking on.
I can see that. And I know that you're extremely busy. So for me, I'm absolutely grateful that you've taken out, you know, just at least half an hour or 40 minutes of your time to actually speak to me and let my public know all about you. So without further ado, I just want to say a big greetings to everyone out there. Say hi, Laurence.
What's going on, people? What is going on?
Told you I'm very unorthodox. I'm not like all the others that you've been with. You know, Valerie's got her own sort of ways that she does things. But look, I'm going to jump straight thing. We're in lockdown, and I know you're a busy man. And how I did find you was through social media, where your paintings popped onto the Instagram screen. It was just amazing. I mean, the realness of your brushstrokes are striking. And a lot of people, I mean, I know you've got people from all over, but I've just found you. And it's brilliant. Since from August, it's been amazing just watching you go on. So the first question I'm going to say is to you, were you always an artist?
No, so I've only taken it up in the past 2 years, and it was kind of alongside my my day job as a TV producer. So
really?
I come out of university. Yeah, 8 years ago.
Shut up. Sorry, that's my Essex coming out.
University in Loughborough, which is.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I live a bit more rural Essex, but yeah. So yeah, I was at Loughborough, which was a Midlands university, and then jumped into TV for a family friend. Kind of was working my way up through that, and then kind of on the side, I was painting, which has kind of led to it getting a bigger and bigger, I guess, on the side, and I've been able to grow it alongside doing that job.
I'm just sitting there looking, going, he was a TV producer. He knows how this all works. What the hell? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what sort of programs were you doing?
I've had some experience.
Yeah. What kind of programs were you doing?
So I was kind of mainly reality TV and entertainment TV. So Britain's Got Talent, X Factor, The Jungle. I do a lot of the NOS Essex, Towie, Geordie Shore, excellent. I mean, comic relief.
Can I just do my Essex thing again? Shut up.
I mean, that might need a little bit of work, but
no, I actually live in Essex. I'm an Essex girl, so let me just say, shut up.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm an Essex girl, my dear. So I do kind of understand that, you know, the throngs of that. Okay, wow. So for 8 years, you literally painted on the side. But what made you come into your prominence now? Because you must have said to yourself, oh, is this what I'm going to do? Am I always going to be a producer? What was the cutoff point that made you realize that this is what I want to do?
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, just to kind of be clear on it, I guess, I was in TV for 8 years and I was kind of doing all different kinds of bits and nothing was really sticking. So I tried to start like a jeans company, tried to do a little bit of property, that kind of stuff, but nothing really stuck. Had a lot of, I guess, failure in doing that stuff. And then I was kind of, because in TV you have contract work, so you're freelance. So once one show comes to an end, you'll probably have a gap between that and another show, or if sometimes you get them to line up and stuff. So you often have quite a bit of time to kind of do your own thing as such. And I like working, I like staying busy. And literally just one day, I was working on Big Brother at the time, actually. I was just like, I'm going to see if I can still paint, because the last time I painted was at college 10 years prior. And so I was just like, look, I'm going to give it a go. And what happened was I painted a picture of Kanye West and
Did you?
a friend who had just been on Love Island. Yeah. A friend who had just been on Love Island had kind of gained a big following from being on there. He ended up buying that painting and he posted it on his social media. This was like 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
And from there, I've kind of just carried on, really. This kind of one thing's led to the next. And yeah, I guess here,
So
here we are.
So even though you were in TV, because I want to go back to, you know, did you go to college to learn or university to be an artist, a painter? Is that what you started out doing? So where did the painting come from?
No.
This was just visually.
Yeah, so growing up and kind of through school and college, I kind of, without, I mean, I always sound a bit big-headed, but I didn't drop a mark. So I was always kind of the best or one of the top people in the class and stuff. So I always knew that I could kind of do it, but I wouldn't say that I ever loved doing art. I was just good at doing it.
Okay.
And that kind of, yeah, so at the end of college, I had the decision to kind of bypass there was, at the time, it was a, what to call it? It's a foundation year in art. And so you have to do that before you go to university. But because of my grades and stuff, I was able to go straight to the uni.
Oh, wow.
Which kind of led me to, having to make a decision of whether I go straight into doing that or do business, which is a bit more kind of, I guess, of a proper degree. And so I ended up going with something which was a bit more stable and went on to Loughborough to kind of study business. And that was the end of it, really. And from that point, finishing college, I just didn't paint. And so that's kind of 8 years on from finishing uni. It was kind of like a sudden, let's see if I can still do it, you know?
And that was the Kanye West painting that you did then, and that was 2 years ago. So my God, so literally, it was like, and you were that's when you realised you got rejuvenated. Is that correct? You absolutely just got rejuvenated from the Kanye West. You must have been, because I can't understand how in 2 years. I need to put some of your paintings up. I'm going to put some across the screen. I just have to. This is one of my faves, and I don't know if you can see it. Can you see that?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
when was that? When was that?
That was last year, I think. The start of 2020, like maybe March, April time, I think. Yeah.
Oh,
right. Will I Am. That's probably he's probably the biggest person I painted for, in fairness, or most internationally known anyway. There's also a guy called Philip Pline, who's not really known in the UK, but he's probably as big as, well, no, maybe not as big, but he's up there with kind of the big uns sort of thing. So yeah.
And obviously I shared a bit of when you did this one. This is the one that just sold me. This is the one that just broke me, to be fair. Love my bit of
I don't even like that painting.
I'm sorry?
To be fair, but I don't even like that one. But
Shut up. How dare you?
Yeah.
Sacre bleu. No, How could you not? I love that.
The shading's wrong, so that's why.
So there's various other images I'm going to show, as we go along in this interview. So here you are, 2 years on. You've now done this Kanye West, and you're prolifically painting. Now we're in 2021, and so take me through the progression. Did you actually, once that painting went ballistic, I'm going to use a word, did you decide to then stop everything else that you were doing? No work?
No.
Or did you continue painting and work?
Yeah, definitely. I think that, or the movies, or do you know what I mean? Like, there's this kind of like, oh my God, you blow up type moment, and you just quit everything and you go all into it and stuff. But I think given that the time that we're in at the minute, especially, it's kind of all a bit uncertain and stuff. And it has been in TV as well. Like, it's been on a bit of a decline because obviously less people are watching TV and ad revenues and stuff. So I've kind of been aware of like kind of, and plus when you're working in TV, you're freelance. So it's always a bit more precarious than like a steady job.
Absolutely.
So it was always about being just sensible with it and kind of, like I said, doing it on the side, doing a lot of late nights. It's probably why I got bags under my eyes.
We can't see it. We can't see it. Unlike me, I've got the glasses on for the late nights. Big difference.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Yeah,
But
so it'd be like going to work
Yeah.
and then coming home and painting in the evenings or before work and stuff, you know.
How long does it take to do one photo? Not photo. Actually, let me get back to where I want to get to. How do you pick your muse? Because you do more abstract. Your paintings are abstract. Who do you pick? Because these are iconic people that you choose. How do you select and say, okay, I'm going to paint them because they're beautiful. The brushstrokes are amazing. What's your inspiration?
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, the kind of that Will I Am one that you just showed there, that's a bit more abstract. But I traditionally do kind of portraits in a bit more kind of fine art now. And so I'm just, so I'm just really fascinated by success and what it takes to kind of be successful and kind of reach the upper echelons of society. And so I paint people that have also done that. So Adele, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jackson, all these type, Lewis Hamilton, that you're popping up there.
Yeah.
All these people have kind of made it to the top of their respective fields, and I've kind of always been interested in that. But for the most part, like I've been lucky. Like I said, when my friend did post that, I kind of had commissions off the back of that. And so for a lot of the work that I have been doing up until now, where I'm producing a lot more volume, a lot of my work was just commissions, i.e. people would tell me what they want and I would go and paint that. I don't necessarily do a lot of kind of family portraits, so I'm a bit selective with it, but I will paint a figure or whoever that you're looking to have done sort of thing. So
great. And do you have a setup at home? Is it because look, we're in lockdown and it is difficult. And as you're saying, even though you're having commissions and you're still painting, how long have you got a setup at home, or do you actually have a studio that you can lock yourself away and do all this?
I mean, so I have a studio and it is my second bedroom. So I mean, I won't move the camera set up because it's
hey, Kofi.
Poised. Carefully on a projector right now, but I'm in my second bedroom at the moment and this is my studio. So I think eventually I will move into an actual proper studio. And it'll but I mean, this is perfect for now. I mean, to be fair, I actually really like the ability to be next door and then just go and start working. Whereas if you haven't got the same kind of access or whatever, you all can work as late. You know, I do a lot of my work kind of late into the night. So it's something to think about. But at the moment, it's my bedroom, second bedroom.
Well, do you know what? I actually what's the word I should say? I identify with you because I have my own studio at home. So I mean, literally
you gotta make it work.
I converted my bedroom into a full working studio, and I never forgot when my friend came and goes, "Oh, where am I supposed to sleep?" And I thought, "But you got your own home. This is my house. You're coming to my house to get changed. You know, you fuck off and use the bedroom or the bathroom." So I totally understand that. Do you know what I mean? How long in all your paintings, how long does it take you? Because you say you work into the night. How long can one painting from conception take?
Yeah, sure. So a painting which measures 1 meter by 1 meter takes about 35 hours. I actually got it in front of me. This book that you'll see in my Instagram sometimes, I literally write down my hours so that I know roughly how long it takes me to do each painting. And so, that's roughly how long it takes for a 1 meter by 1 meter. Wow. And it just allows me, by jotting that down, to then quote for work going forward, like how long that's going to take and that kind of thing, you know.
Is that a consistent 35 hours, though? You do take a break, right?
No. I've got a real short attention span. I mean, I tend to work for say 2 hours at a time. Okay. Just because I've found that, doing 2.5 hours is about enough. Anything more than that, it just becomes, I'm not as productive. And so it's best to just have a little break and then come back to it rather than just trying to beat a dead horse. and keep going regardless, you know.
Yeah, as you can see, I've got a photo of you being productive at home. Don't know if you can see that.
Making it work,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, you certainly have been. Okay, as I said to you, we're in COVID, you're commissioning. Have you ever, prior to before we actually went into full lockdown, did you teach? Do you
Mhm.
teach, go have classes that you can teach people to paint?
Yeah, sure. No, I did at the very start when I started painting, I did do one class. It was called Drink and Liquor. No, Paint and
Oh, I
Liquor or
heard
something like
of
that. Anyway,
that.
I did run one class. Huh?
Oh, I heard of that.
Oh right, I think I didn't hear what you said. Yeah. So that was good fun. I enjoyed it and stuff as well. But they've kind of gone away, or they're not doing it as much now. But no, I'm much more focused on doing my own work and stuff. That's not to say that I wouldn't teach a class, but it's just not really something that I'm looking to kind of focus on. You know.
Yeah, just your thing. So right now, I know for a fact you have moved off a bit off your mix week. You've now got your own website. We'll come back to that handle and let people know that's where you are at the moment. But there was another question I wanted to ask you. So I now that there's things that you told me that I thought I'd researched you bang on, but obviously you're telling me more than I needed to know. For people who are out there who like yours, you know, who's had a passion for drawing or painting and being creative in that manner, but has never taken that step, what would you advise them? What's the advice you'd give to them?
I mean, it sounds a bit cliche, but it's literally just to do it. I think that I kind of took it for granted though that that's easy to do. I think that where I've kind of been in TV for a long time and seen kind of the celebs and like the influencers that you work with, they're just so conditioned and it's just normal being around the way that they do things. So, you know, you're doing something, you get your phone out and you just put it out. Yeah, they deal with kind of all the haters and comments and blah, 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 but it's kind of just normal. And so for me, that's also become quite normal as well. But if you can push through that, then on the other side of that is the kind of
The
the success,
gratification
or
of it.
the at least the start. Yeah, exactly, the start of it. So I think that I think as you get older as well, like, or as I'm getting older, I just don't care what other people. Sorry, I do care and I really don't care, you know, like as in I'm going to do it because I know it's for me and you're not going to pay the mortgage. But at the same time, I care what you think because I don't want to, because I like to be liked, if that makes sense.
No, I do, and I mean to be liked, people need to see the human side of you and actually
Mm,
identify to see what your painting's about. Because you know you've got the Mark Bradfords, and you know there's loads of different galleries, and I can scoop of a load of artists out there. But for me, as someone who's not a painter but like to look at
mm.
art, it's always nice to know about the person who's creating that art. And it's quite funny that you're mentioning about people. I can't imagine people hating on you. I really can't. But I know what it's like to have
Trust
that.
me,
Trust me.
there's those people.
Yeah. um, I know that there's one thing that I did see that you're doing because you've got your print cards and everything going out there. But as I said, we are in lockdown. How have you coped with it? Because when you're not painting, what else do you do?
I mean, what else can you do at the moment? I think that I've found this second lockdown a lot. Yeah, I mean, I know this is the third one, but this is like the kind of the second most serious one where kind of everything's locked down. I found it quite difficult. Not mentally, I feel like I've been doing okay because I've kept myself occupied. Um, but what I have struggled with is I like going to the gym and I just feel better. You know, that feeling kind of once you've done a workout and stuff, or,
Yeah.
you know, and you just feel like, I don't know, just better in yourself. I don't know, is it endorphins or whatever it is, you just feel better in yourself.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of getting to me in this one, in this lockdown. But to answer your question, I've just kind of been staying busy, and me and my girlfriend will often go on walks and stuff to like at least get out the flat, you know, because I think that it can be very insular being in this situation.
But if you wasn't painting, what would that hobby look like? What, say we weren't in lockdown and you weren't painting, what are the other things you like to do? Apart
Oh
from
yeah, sure.
paint.
So I mean, I spend a yeah, I like my fitness. I went to Loughborough Uni, so kind of I'm always been into sports and stuff. So I play football at the weekends. Well, the old knees are going, but yeah,
Is that your
try and
excuse?
play
Is
a
that
little
your
bit of football.
excuse?
Yeah, it's to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, gym, football. And yeah, trying to, I mean, I think that I spend so much, let me start again. I'm so determined to make this work that I've kind of not put my friends aside, but I've just been focusing on this. So it's kind of a little bit sad, but I've just been working.
It's not
And
sad.
I'd like to get that balance back
No,
where,
it's not sad.
sorry?
This is your passion.
Yeah,
This is your work. This is your job.
yeah,
And sacrifices have to be made.
yeah,
That's what I
sure.
think.
And yeah, exactly. And yeah, and I'd love to get a bit more balance of like meeting friends and all that kind of stuff. And I'm really hoping that if I can just put in a couple more years of real hard work, where it's literally like non-stop art, then I can not take my foot off the brake, but at least kind of distribute my time a little bit more, you know, to loved ones and friends, etc.
And they'll understand. I'm sure they'll understand because they can see the journey. I'd like to think that they can see your journey, and this is where you're at this present moment in time. What is your things that, who motivated you as an artist? What was your motivation doing art?
I think this is a really, really hard question for me to answer because I think that I keep hearing people like, "What's your why? What's your why are you doing this? Why are you
I don't want to know why.
doing
I
what
just want to
you're
know who
doing?"
motivated you.
Yeah, but I think somewhere in that question is the why, but I don't fully know that. I would say that I am. I've got this. I'm okay at doing art, and I want to reach my potential and kind of max it out. Is probably the best way I can give you some sort of answer to that question.
Is anyone else in your family artistic?
No, not really. My mum is okay, but not like, yeah, she's the most creative one, I'd say. But yeah,
I love the way you went. No, my mum, she's creative, but not really, not good. And hopefully, mum doesn't hear you say that.
yeah.
In this
No, she is.
interview.
She's got. Yeah, she's got. She has got a good eye. Give her credit.
Well, look, I want to know. I'm going to show up a bit more paintings because I know that you've got to dash off, and I wanted to just catch you to at least let people know a bit more about you. Here are some more of your paintings that you have actually had out there, which Elon, I love
the newer stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I love it, love it, love it. I also, this is one of my that is just bad. Brando. Unbelievable. And the one that you're sitting behind at the moment, which is Kofi. So folks, tell everybody where your handler is and where can they go to your website to find these awesome, awesome portraits.
Yeah, sure. So it's Laurence M. White on everything. So lawrencemwhite.com and then Laurence with a U, M. White across all social media platforms. So yeah, I try and keep it that way to keep it, the consistency across platforms and so that you can find us on all of them, sort of thing. But yeah, there are a few other pieces. There's a couple of my favorite ones in there. That Michael Jordan one as well is one of my favorites. But yeah, that's where you can find me.
Laurence, I know that, as I said, I know you have to go, and I'm just grateful that I was able to catch you at this space. You've answered more than I needed to either know. What I want people to understand is if you want to commission the paintings, the website is there. You can actually go on to Laurence's website, have a look. Great. I mean, the one that I want was nearly like Kate Moss's one was like £2,000, but he's got others that I'm sure that people can have their budget in and have a look. But they are worth it. They're absolutely worth it. I did have a photo of you, the one that you done for Trent Arnold that plays for Liverpool. Boo! They're playing at the moment.
Yeah.
But please tell me you're
Yeah.
not a Liverpool supporter, are you?
No, West Ham. West Ham.
Oh, well, Liverpool's playing West Ham at the moment. But yeah, and that was a beautiful photo that I thought that he'd done. People, please check out Laurence M. White. He's also on Twitter. You can see some of them there. But if you go in his gallery, also check him out on Instagram. Laurence, thank you. As I said, I just wanted to catch you peacefully today. And I will be checking out the rest of the painting. I do know what I want. I've actually had a look, and I'm going to commission. No, I actually have seen what I want. So
I'll hold you to that.
yeah, no, I'm being serious. I already know. You ain't holding me to nothing. I already told you. Definitely. Thank you so much for your time. And I will catch up with you on the other side. Good night and God bless you. Speak to you soon.
Thanks for having me.
No, it was my pleasure. Take care now. Oh.